The first $100 is a wall most Americans never climb, not because they're lazy or unlucky, and not because the system is perfectly fair, but because this stage brutally exposes how human psychology clashes with money in the modern world. And if you don't understand that conflict, every raise, bonus, or side hustle just slips through your fingers. Your brain is wired for comfort now, approval now, and relief now, while building capital requires sacrifice, patience, and ignoring signals that once kept humans alive but now quietly keep them broke. And here's the uncomfortable truth most channels won't say clearly: until you have real capital, you're financially fragile. One medical bill, one layoff, one market shock away from panic, especially in the U.S., where healthcare costs, insurance deductibles, property taxes, and inflation don't care how hard you work. Capital is what gives you options, leverage, and breathing room. And without it, you're trading hours for dollars while hoping your health holds and your employer stays kind. So let me ask you something early on. Do you feel like money controls your decisions more than you control money? And if you're honest, how much peace would even 100,000 change in your life? This isn't about intelligence or secret strategies. It's about behavior and math. Because I've seen people with average incomes build real wealth and high earners stay broke. And the difference is almost always discipline under pressure. Your environment rewards spending and punishes saving, compliments the new car but ignores the growing 401k, celebrates vacations but never the emergency fund. And because humans are social creatures, we copy what people around us do even when they're drowning in credit card debt with a 1680 credit score and zero retirement plan. So if you follow the crowd, you'll get the crowd's results. Financial stress, delayed retirement, and total dependence on Social Security and Medicare instead of choice. Here's the inversion that changes everything. Stop asking how people get rich and start asking what keeps people poor, because the list is painfully short. Lifestyle inflation, high interest debt, panic selling, chasing hot investments, and spending to impress. Most people think they're bad with money, but what if the real problem is the rules changed and no one told you? Quick question. Does it feel like no matter how hard you budget, you still can't get ahead? And have you ever wondered why the advice that worked for your parents just doesn't work now? Here's the uncomfortable truth in the U.S. today. A single income often isn't broken because of spending habits. It's broken by math. And once you see the numbers clearly, you can stop blaming yourself and start making smarter moves. Imagine earning 65 zeros in a year after federal taxes, state taxes, Social Security, and Medicare. You're taking home roughly $4 a month. And if rent is $2 and half your income is gone before groceries, gas, health insurance, student loans, property taxes baked into rent, or even thinking about a 401 or Roth IRA. Now add conservative basics, $400 for food to $300 for transportation, $200 for utilities and phone, $150 for healthcare costs to $200 for student loans, and suddenly you're left with about $750 a month for everything else, including emergencies and retirement. So when experts say, just save 20%, ask yourself, save it from where? That advice isn't discipline, it's denial. The real shift is this: one income used to be enough, now it's fragile, and the solution isn't cutting lats. It's increasing earning power in a smart, controlled way. If I were 30 today in the U.S., I'd focus on building a strategic second income that targets about $1,500 a month within 18 months. Not a random hustle, but something that scales, uses skills you already have, and solves a clear problem for people who can pay. Think about it. Add $1,500 to that $4 and take home, and suddenly you're at $500 a month, which means you can rebuild an emergency fund, invest in low-cost index funds, diversify, and finally use tax-advantaged accounts like a Roth IRA the way they're meant to be used. Here's a quick example. I once saw a supply chain manager earning around 68 zeros and turn his existing skills into consulting for small e-commerce businesses. No new degree, no hype, and within a year and a half he was earning roughly $4 in a month on the side, simply because his hourly value increased as his experience compounded. Compare that to gig work capped at the same rate forever. What do you think compounds faster, fixed hours or growing expertise? The biggest objection I hear is time. But let me ask you this: if relocating even 10 focused hours a week for 18 months could change your next 30 years, would it be worth it? This isn't about working nonstop forever. It's about a temporary season of effort to change your trajectory, especially before inflation, taxes, and healthcare costs make it even harder. To be clear, this is educational, not financial advice. Investing involves risk, and taxes vary by state and situation. But the pattern is real. People who increased income strategically had more flexibility with retirement planning, Social Security timing, Medicare choices, and long-term investing. If this reframed how you see your situation, comment income below, subscribe for clear, realistic U.S. money strategies, and watch the next video where I break down how to choose the right side income without wrecking your main career.